I'm Kelly from Kelly J Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these crazy looking earrings. I'll put a list of everything that you're going to need in the description below. So let's get to it. Just want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons. Thank you for your love and support. If you would like to come and support me, come and check out my Patreon. All the videos on there are ad free. I've got exclusive videos on there that are only on there. And there's lots of discounts and there's a Discord chat, so come and check it out. I'll put all the links below. So I've got 20 gauge wire, so that's 0.8 millimeter, and I've cut two lengths, 6 inches. Take one of those wires, I'm going to grip it centrally with my round nose pliers, and we're going to bend that over the front, give it a wiggle, just brings the wires together at the bottom there. Just squeeze it, squeeze while you're wiggling. Then grip that wire at the top there. We're going to take the wires out to the sides. And then I'm going to scoop it in. Trying to match up the bends. Really take your time and match up those shapes. You want a nice, like, deep pear drop kind of shape there with this loop, so it looks like a line at the front and a loop from the side. And we're going to do that with the other one too. So then take your other wire, do the same thing, but match it up to that one, so you've got two the same size for earrings, and try and bend it over in the same kind of place that you did with the other one too, so you got the same size loop at the top. So get them the same kind of size, so they're going to match. Then you want a couple of jump rings. Mine are 8 millimeter outside measurement, roughly. Now you can misshape those to get them on if you want to, or you can just open up your jump rings. So Gracie making all the noise. I'm just going to open them up. I've been fighting so much with this design already, trying it with different wire gauges and that, so I'm just going to pop that in the middle there. I found a better way to do it, so pop your thing through and then move to a flat surface and it won't keep flying out. We're just going to close up that jump ring there. So now this wire is going to come this way, and this wire is going to come this way, and they're both going to hold on to that jump ring. And I'm going to do that with the other one too. That second one was a bit of a struggle. The one wire kept going longer than the other, but I've corrected it. So far so good. Next, these wires are going to follow those wires. We must make sure that as it goes around the jump ring, you squeeze it together a little bit, and it's definitely nice and flat at the bottom, as in it looks like a line coming down. You can't see the loop, it just looks like a line, as the top looks like a line. Do the same to the other one. Looking at this wire, so that's like this far over that one, and on this one it's going to be about that far over. And this wire that comes up is going to be a lot shorter because that's going to be a bigger curl. So that can cut off right there. Give it a little bit more, just in case. Make sure I'm just cutting one wire. So that one is quite short there. I'll do the shorter wire first on this one. I'm going to curl it around quite tightly to start with, and then I'm going to pull it around into a slightly bigger shape there. And I'm going to do that with the other one so we can keep matching them up. So the shorter one, quite tight to start with, and then pull it around into a bigger loop. And then the other one goes around as well. So it's pulling it down. Oops. So I've gone around quite tightly. I'm going to pull it around into a bigger loop. I think I might have misshaped it a bit then. So that meets it at the middle there. And then I do the same with this one. So I'm going to try and smash the end as I did so it matches the other one. So it comes around quite tightly to start with. And if you do it slowly, you've got more control over what you're doing. And then you pull it round to be a bit of a bigger curl, so it meets. Just need to level that up a bit. And then you just need to adjust them so they match. This one looks huge compared to that one. My top bits have come a little bit out of shape, so they need to stay flat. I just realised how quiet I'm talking, I'm so sorry. So definitely something a bit different this week. I love the way this curl is higher than this one. So I'm going to adjust this one, a little bit. This one is definitely bigger. I'll put it to the back so you can't tell. So we're going to add a bit of weaving on these now. So take your weaving wire. So I'm using 0.25mm weaving wire, which is 30 gauge. And I've cut about 24 inches off because we've got to keep threading it around. I'll show you. So we're going to go around this lower curl to start with. So this is going to take a bit of patience, but it'll be lovely when it's done, so it'll be worth it. So we wrap around that front wire to attach. And we're going to do like a figure of 8 across these 2 wires here. So we come over this wire and around it, so you're going to have to put. Then I'm going to go around it again. Then I'm going to go over that top wire, so I can just go over the loop and then go around it again. I'm going to pull this one forward a bit just for weaving, that's better. And then we're going to go around this back one again, so I'm going to post it around, but that's how I repeat, by the way. Try not to let those wires come together as you go in. Keep pushing the weave down and keep going a bit further. So then we have to go around that side again. Do you get it? Keep pushing it down. And then we go around this side twice. Then we come over and around this side and keep going. So I've gone along until I've reached nearly the top of that loop there. I think I can add another, I think I can fit another repeat in there. And when you're bringing the wire around, if you go around your fingers like that, it just stops it twisting up. Keep pushing it down. So this should be my last repeat on this side. Just go around that loop again. I'm amazed my wire hasn't broken. So stop when you get to the top here, and we can start again with another piece. We can cut this bit of wire here from the beginning. Cut another length of weaving wire, which should be 14 inches, and we'll attach at the bottom here, and then we're going to join at the bottom here. So we've cut a new piece of wire. So we wrap around 3 times to start, push it down. I'm going to pull it forward a little bit just because I can't get my wire down any further. You want your wire to come down to be the same kind of height as the other side, really, ideally. And then we're going to do the same weave, so we go over the other wire. That's much easier with a shorter length. So we go around again. Push it down. And we come over this side and go around this one twice. And that's how we repeat, and we're going to keep going till we get to the top. So we've woven up the other side. This one, we've come across to the middle, and I'm going to join those 2 wires together there. So we'll go around the 2 a few times, attaching them together. Then I'll finish with a few wraps around one of the wires. So I finished that one around there. I've gone around the middle too 3 times, and then I finished with 3 wraps around that little loop. My wire broke, so I had to re-add it in. Nightmare. So I can cut that end off up there. I think I'm gonna just go around once more so that that stays in place. and that little end there, so chop all your little ends off, press all your little cut ends down, and we need to do the same to the other one. The bottom of mine is misshaped a bit there. Really pleased with that, how cute. So I'm going to do that to the other one. How cute are those? It's a lot of messing about to do the weaving, but it's cute, and it's much easier with the shorter wire. But persist, keep going, and correct the shapes if you need to. I found that my wires kept coming together at the bottom, so if you just pull them out, just grab them and pull them back out, and then make sure that they're still level that way. That works. So far so good. I've got an idea of some cute little dangles I'm going to add to the bottom of these earrings. Now this wire is quite hard to bend, so I'm going to use 3-inch lengths and waste a little bit of wire, just so it's a little bit easier to, I'll show you. So we're going to bend it over the bail pliers. So centrally we're going to bend it over the smallest size of the bail pliers, and you want it to come directly over, and then give it a wiggle to bring those wires together, and then one's coming out one way and one's coming out the other way. So you can use shorter wire to do this if you want to, because I'm going to be wasting a bit of wire, but it is tough on your hands. So I'm just going to pull it together a little bit there. Just making sure the front is nice and straight. So we've got this, and now I've got that many tools on the table. Now we want to just even it up a bit and level out those bends like that. So we need to make another one the same. And I'm going to kind of cut it there. So I'm only wasting this little bit. You do need a little bit for handling, really. Try and get them the same kind of length. And what I'm going to do is cut that the wrong way, haven't I? I don't want any funny bits on there like that. I'm gonna hammer and file those ends, so I might file the ends a bit first. I'll show you. So I'm using a glass nail file, and I've got some nail buffers. If you've got one of those square nail buffers, those are the best ones, you know, the cheap square ones, and you can go through all the different grades. So with the glass one is what I'm going to start with, and it does dirty your file a little bit. And I'm just going to lose that sharp end. So I'm going to file the end off, then I'm going to hammer the ends, just hammer the ends so they splay, and then I'm going to buff the wire to get it all nice and smooth. So I've managed to buff all the hammer marks out, and I've polished them up to a shine. Aren't they pretty? Time to go and wash my hands. So these are going to attach to that bottom jump ring, and the wire is quite wide, so I'm going to try and wriggle it in. I can always open up the jump ring actually. I think I might do that instead. So make sure they are nice and closed. and I've polished both sides so they should be the same. Quite different. I'm glad I did the bottom one with thicker wire. I think that's polished up lovely. It really is worth getting some cheap nail buffers and just letting yourself spoil them on copper. It doesn't matter how black the buffers go, they're only cheap. You can get them really cheap off Shein actually. Mine are from Shein. I'll quickly show you mine. So I use a glass foil, so that's not cheap, that's quite expensive. So a glass foil, and then I use these from Shein, and that's got a harder side and a slightly smoother side. And then this one, which again has got like an even smoother side and like a really smooth rubbery side, and they're fantastic on nails too. So I decided to add little beads to the bottoms there. I just wrapped around one side and went through the bead and then wrapped around the other. I think they're quite nice. And I've added my ear wires to the top and some more little jump rings. These are 8mm outside measurement, so it's all the same size. Really pleased how those are looking. I'm going to run and oxidise and I'll be right back. I do take my ear wires off before I oxidise them as well. My ear wires I've made out of titanium, because titanium doesn't react with your skin, so it's ideal for the ear wires. And I bought a reel of it and it's too tough to work with, so I've just kept it for the wires. But yeah, I'll take them off before I oxidise it. So there we have it, finished. I'm really pleased how they came out. I do hope you give them a go, and I'd love to hear how you get on. Come and share with me online, come and tag me. I'll put all my links below. It's just Kelly J Jewellery everywhere. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.